Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You do knock with your dominant hand, you hold with your non-dominant.
That should be pretty much a full stack of arrows there. Let's see. 2.
You know, I bet that's one reason why when I played it, it seemed like the arrows weren't doing a lot at all, because I'd have them switched.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and we will be getting Tella back in this part, but because his HP and defenses are so much higher, we're going to give the twins the good stuff and let him deal with the little inferior product until later. Surely he won't mind if we took everything else from him last time.
To be honest, does he remember?
Yeah. Oh, harsh.
I'm just saying.
All right, and some of the Mysidians will start to say other things like the Elder has approved of this. Yep, Black Mages, you know, still going to be jerks about it. All right, so there's another one where it's kind of a long gauntlet to get to where we're going, but it'll be a good time to get them some XP, and there will be a checkpoint to get our MP restored. We could also use a tent anytime we need to as well. Got. Okay, here's the thing. I'm thinking with the black sword, we might finally be able to just straight up kill them. Yep. Excellent. Let's see. Flame rod. We're going to set to craft the mate. Oh, that'll make them psych. We don't want to do that. Ouch. Oh, good. Yeah, let's take 2 squishy wizards and then the hulking guy in black plate armor and target him. Last mistake you'll ever make, Mr. Mage. I was just thinking, checking the twins' handedness of how many lefties there are in this game. Some of them are ambidextrous, but you know, Kane, Palom, and I thought there was another one that were all left-handed. It might just be those two, though. Considering that 10% of the real-life population is of the sinister sort. As always, clear out the imps with the AoE. And I guess for a while we're dealing with these guys, we can afford to use the regular iron arrows.
Yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah. Restocking in battle swaps them in groups of 20, which can be a bit of a pain, but... Yeah, this is another thing, too, that I didn't figure out until, I think, probably my 5th or 6th time playing this game, is the fact that Porum is a lot more useful as an archer than she is as a mage at the start. And, of course, how useful using consumable items are. Consumable items is. Are?
Using is.
Yeah, using is, right. So that's what I thought. These guys. Fortunately, until we get to fighting zombies, Cecil is going to be tearing stuff up with the black sword. The only reason that didn't work is the back row penalty.
Right. Maybe you probably could have tried twin.
Yeah, that would be a good time to show that off. I think it's
probably not now because
we're gonna take care of one of them, right? Yeah, I'm guessing maybe next time if I have her kill one, Palom snipe the other, and then have the black sword on a needler, or the fastest way, the efficient way of doing that. We know they don't react to anything except the fight command, so we soften them up first and then do the damage. Oh geez, okay, so yeah, you'll definitely kill them in one if they're in the front row. There's Piggy. Now, I knew he got it soon, but I didn't remember he started with it or not. Piggy is interesting in that it is a group targeting spell, but a lot of enemies are outright immune to it. But if you find stuff it does work on, it is pretty much a instant kill. Well, that depends. They can still attack physically. So depending on the enemy you use it on, your mileage may vary on how well it works. Okay, the Zoo, the Zs as they're normally called, or Ravens in this game, have a big bag of HP, but here is the thing. They have absolutely no resistance to instant death, which means that the Black Sword is guaranteed to kill them in one shot.
Swoon! I don't know. After Edward, I'm not swooning over Cecil.
So yeah, once again, this is one of those things where it's like, you know, it is cool that you get the whole Paladin thing, the class change mechanic. It's neat. Don't get me wrong. But the first time you use it, you actually feel a lot weaker as Paladin Cecil.
Which makes a little bit of sense. I mean, you know, you basically you go from the pinnacle of dark power, and now you're starting a new path.
Right.
But yeah.
Of course, the cockatrices are very unlikely to use there. They have, I think it's called Beak, and it is I think it either inflicts immediate petrify or slow petrify, one of the two. And they don't use it very often. But yeah, the zoo are usually enough to get you enough gold to have the Paladin armor by the time you get back. Paladin armor. Yes. More mages. Oh, but instant kill. There we go. Yeah, so needless to say, Cecil does so much damage, and let's not risk a Osmos heading our way. But yeah, Cecil does so much damage that enemies that he doesn't kill, he'll kill a lot of enemies outright, and the ones he doesn't, he still has that chance of instant death against. So Cecil is at his strongest as a Dark Knight, and then you change class, you don't use it again. So it's interesting. And like the King of Fable does point out that this is one of those things where, you know, dark is powerful, but it won't ultimately be able to bring in victory. So, you know, it could all be for naught anyway.
That said, I do wish that there was another character that used dark power.
Right.
Like, you know, another Dark Knight or, you know, something like that.
Yeah, in the after years, they end up making Kane a Holy Dragoon or something. That would have been kind of cool if they'd had something like that go the other way. Like they had either another Dark Knight or had a character fall to dark or something.
Right.
Oh, there's a carrot. But the point of the carrots
it's time for the big guy.
It is time.
Yes.
Because after all the Hotful boyfriend, Fatbird is back.
Yes.
Fortunately, this guy's a lot nicer than. Anyway, you use a carrot on the invisible space there. You talk to him, and he will hold items for you. Will hold them in his gullet, even.
There's a bit of give and take going on.
If there's anything we needed to... there's stuff we can store for until we get Yang back.
Right.
Which will be...
Not for a while.
Actually, it's after this.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So I don't think there's anything we need to we have him hold on to for now.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah.
Huh.
Got plenty of room, and... Yeah, later on we want to take advantage of this, but
right.
For now, I think we're fine.
And what did the White Chocobos restore MP?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say, it's like the whole point of that one is you get Porum to heal you up, and then you talk to the White Chocobo to get your MP back, and presto. Oh, White Chocobo. Perfect.
Yay!
So anytime you need a recharge and mount ordeals, you can just leave and come do that.
Yeah.
Alright, get up there.
Yeah, seriously, just, you know, especially in the more modern era, it's like, yeah, dark does not necessarily mean evil.
Right.
So.
Well, I guess granted, when you are head to toe in cursed black armor and use a sword that steals life, I mean, maybe
you're the baddie. Yeah. I'm just saying you don't have to have the big skull armor and everything. I mean, that's a fashion choice.
Having Cecil guard there, so I can have Pollum or one of the twins finish off that other imp, and then he can attack without any chance of a counter hit. We have a long dungeon ahead of us, and I want to play it safe on Porum's MP. This is normally I have another level or two by the time I get here. Granted, this too, but there is a save point. That level, I think, is the one I was thinking of even. But yeah, we have a save point in Mount Ordeal, so we've got Tella about to join in. So I think we'll be fine. Onward and upward. And of course, I love this one for being completely opposite of how the one with Iridia goes.
Right. which really is a nice contrast.
Right. It's my time to shine. This one does kind of make sense. You would actually imagine that the mages of Mysidia would put up magical guards like that,
right,
to keep people from accessing what ends up being a, you know, a bomb. Well, what ends up being a basically an alien artifact, you know. Meanwhile,
I remember Wayne and I would joke about this as the secret room everybody knows about.
Right. I got it.
Okay.
Scarmiglione, as he is called in the version that doesn't have a character limit. We'd better make a move against him. You know, in retrospect, I probably should have squished him like the gnat he was when he was lying on the floor with, you know, when his friend jumped on his head. But... Oh, and the giant steel orb over Rose's head was a guillotine in the other versions of the game. A little more obvious that the imminent peril that Penelope, I mean Rosa, is in. Granted, being squished by a giant ball is, you know, still a pretty messy way to go. So,
yes, it's just sort of a question where, you know, for the giant ball, you're like, why do they have a giant ball up there?
Right. Yeah, it's not a disco ball. You know, it is there for the murdering.
I don't know if you're blundering. By which we mean you doing exactly what I needed you to do.
Right. The only thing he did wrong was not finishing Cecil off like he apparently was supposed to. But guess what? Galbez didn't do that either.
Right.
So
instead, he was too busy kidnapping Penelope, I mean Rosa.
If any of you have played God Hand or at least seen seen an LP of it or something, I'm just imagining when Galbez is in, you know, evil overlord mode of having the same kind of delivery that Belze does. Enough of your blundering!
I can actually imagine that. Get your feet off of my table!
For anybody that might want to be using fire to clear through all the enemies at once, the souls absorb it. So you'll have to be a little more creative with it. This is the big... I say all that, and then I forget I don't have the white arrows equipped anymore. So that did a whole lot of nothing. That's one of the big reasons you bring the white arrows along, so that Porum can help you deal with them. Otherwise, the mages don't have a good answer to them.
That said, you know, I was about to say, you know, maybe it's the fact that, you know, they're supposed to be like the slow souls, you know, the fiery ones.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Cecil did a fair amount of damage with pure evil arrows.
Right. I think I'll be switching her back to white arrows now that we're in Undead Town.
Right.
Or an Undead Burg. Oh.
She does not have aim.
Unfortunately. Yeah, enemies are worth a lot of XP here. And part of the problem is that it's all going to be... The experience is ultimately going to be wasted because the twins aren't permanent party members, and Cecil will lose his levels.
Right.
But, you know, it's good to get them some XP when you can. I did give her the crossbow with the white arrows for the rest of them. Okay. But yeah, so we might as well get stuff as it comes up. But yeah, that is one of the problems where it just kind of feels like you're wasting time in these parts of the game. When you're replaying it, you know it's going to come up afterward. Also interesting, they call that station here. I'm guessing that's a way station overlook kind of thing. This is one of the tough ones. It's definitely a good time, a good moment to use the one of the twin powers.
Yeah, I think this is the right moment for it.
Right. And the zombies are the same 40 or 20, 30 or so HP wonders from Octomom's cave, so they're not much of a threat. But the revenants are bad news, as you can see there. So we're going to have Cecil make sure Paladin doesn't die while they're doing their Wonder Twin powers, and then have the twins set it up. Twin will be either Comet or Flare, and both of which should one-shot all these guys. Flare because it does fire, Comet because it does full damage to all those. And she's down almost 100, so I think that's a good choice there too. Yeah, don't forget you've got consumables in these games.
You found a fair few of them, so...
Yeah. They're cheap as free at this point, too. Jeez. That's the risk you've got. If they had both targeted Pollen, who would have dropped, and right before the spell would have gone off. Oh,
that did a lot less damage than we had hoped.
Yeah. Anyway, let's have... Because he has Fire 2, I think, that he just got.
Fire 1 should probably do it at this point.
Oh, Revenants are pretty tough.
Fair enough.
But you are right that... yeah, you are right. That with some white arrows, might be able to finish the job. Anyway, we'll have her shoot one of the Revenants and let Cecil heal with Pollen. Yeah, perfect. Oh, good thing Clutch missed there. That could have been bad. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. They're very vulnerable to Holy, but you don't have any way of inflicting it, or so most people think. Alright. It's a good time for her to get some cure spells off. That's all her MP is good for. I mean, you can use hold and stuff like that, once she gets it. But so many but undead tend to be immune to everything, and this game is no exception, so... Alright. Yeah, I guess I'm more used to using Twin later on in the game with the twins. Not right at the start, so their magic power isn't very high yet.
Yeah. That, and now that you have Tello with you, he can actually keep them up while they try to do Twin.
Right. Hey, man! Just imagining Paulum running up and trying to get his autograph and stuff. Maybe we shouldn't have had little kids be spies.
You're saying that you shouldn't be watching the Spy Kids?
Oh!
Ah.
Kids of my city. Okay, yep. Guess that means it's Tuesday. So, Cecil.
Oh, no!
I love that little side there. Now, if I remember right from After Years, they confirmed that Polum and Porum were 5 at this part of the game. There's absolutely no way.
Yeah, no way.
It's like 9 or 10 is the earliest I think I'm willing to go.
Right.
With that. Like probably about the same age that Rydia was. And I can get that Polum is precocious, but I mean, come on.
It's like, yeah, I mean, precocious, whatever. But, when you're casting spells before you know how to talk.
Right. Darksmoke cannot defeat Golbez. And this is another interesting one, too, of Tala jumping the gun here. There is a source of all evil in this setting, and this game in particular, but it is not Golbez. You didn't think we'd get through a JRPG without fighting God or an evil space alien, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So once again, we have a team full of mages, and once again, we want to have our rows in 2-3 so they're all safe. I probably should have gone another Fire Rod in retrospect, but Cure Rod is still a good choice. Tello will mostly be using magic at this point. And I forgot he came with a Gaia robe, so that will do nicely too. And we'll give him a... Yeah, enemies are so much more reliant on physical here, that I think Iron Ring's probably the right choice.
I think you actually have an extra Iron Ring besides that stack of 5.
Yeah, the twins came with them. And I just had it sorted. There we go. Alright, so yeah, the twins are already starting to catch up with Tella's MP pool. And it's not so much here at Mount Ordeals, but the next dungeon you have to take Tella in. It is dire how his lack of MP hinders him.
Right.
There are enemies to Osmos from, but it's pretty bad. Keen says the best part of the After Years is actually do both. Both what? I must have missed something. Oh, she survived that one. Everybody's getting slapped around in this one. Nice. As long as it's not too much of a threat. I think they count as undead.
Lilith.
Liliths, yeah. Let's see. Do we have? We don't have a Suna yet. It would cost too much MP even if we did.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just use a Echo Grass, I think.
I think that's what's used, yeah.
Working our way around. These guys again, Revenants. But let's confirm. Let's see if potions work on undead in this one. I don't remember.
You can truly try.
1. Okay, so I guess it counts as doing unmodified damage, kind of like a magic item. That's why it says so terrible. I think just straight up fire on 1 just to clear out the front row, and then we'll have.
Yep, Keen has it right. You fight God who is an evil space.
Oh yeah. yeah, exactly, right. Oh man, I'm trying so hard to blot out the after years, and it's bringing you back. Like it's gonna take the 2 mages working together to take care of one of them. I think if Horum hits with white arrows, that should be enough to defeat one of those guys in 1. But that's the catch. Okay, then 2 hits from Cecil will take out his soul. So I think that's the game plan here. Kind of a slow game plan it is. And these fights are the ones that make you feel strong for having Paladin Cecil on board. Alright, let's try this again. This 93. See, he has what is the cure? Oh, that has to be party friendly. Nice, okay. So yeah, if she does get the white arrow to hit, then that guy's straight up dead. Cool, okay. So I think we got a plan here. Not a very efficient way of dealing with these guys. I think I'll start using fire too until we get to the save point, because we've got one coming up. So then I need to check and see how well the holy arrows will work on the souls. No. Yeah, that's really good. I remember them being good. I don't remember them being that good. Alright. So we'll finish up here, and then I think I'll start using fire too to get through those really big enemy fights.
Again, you might want to try out Twin and see what happens.
True.
So I bet Flare is probably pretty measurable with fire too.
Thing is, the Twin cost both of them 10, right?
Doesn't?
40, 39. I think so. I'll check next time.
Yeah.
I love that too. Thinking Paulum is pranking them.
Right. It's not me, I swear.
Okay, so they have 40 and 39, and then let's get 1 encounter before I save. Mirror you. There we go. Oh, it's even a good one to use it on, too. Alright. Oh, geez, we're going to have tele-heal them.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, mouse misclicked there. Mouse is starting to wear out on that one, so it sometimes just clicks, on its own. Or you have trouble, like Ben's noticed with Darkest Dungeon, sometimes having trouble getting it to drag someplace. Such a drag. Enemies are so much faster than twins are. I was really worried one of them would pick off Paulum before he could get that move.
Does he not have Cure 1?
No, I don't think so.
Huh. Cure 2 is actually kind of a little bit of a waste.
Right.
But if that's what you've got, that's what you've got.
That's all he remembered. The flare again, and there we go.
Yep.
Oh, interesting that flare... I guess flare doesn't do fire damage. Because if it did, the souls would have absorbed it.
I think it and Comet both are non-elemental.
Right. Cost them 10.
Gotcha.
So yeah, 10 each is like comparable to one fire, which would be 15 for one of them. We're definitely going to be tenting here. We have ourselves a boss fight coming up. I'm still amazed to see stuff like, 2-hour runs on this game on the Speed Archives record. You think just the walking speed alone would make that impossible. Maybe they're tool assisted to avoid random encounters. Then again, I guess if you skip pretty much everything, you're probably going to be fine. So we know that yeah, she can handle the back row. And Cecil will be able to handle the souls. Well, in theory, she can handle the back row. Come on, like, you know, single-digit kids and, you know, 80-year-old man, why can't you beat these things up? Another one. Yeah, he hit this one. And I tried to have Porum hit the back row. That should be all we need to do there. Yep, there we go. Okay. Took away everybody's HP, and we all look fine. So, another level's good too. Mute would be great if the boss is vulnerable to it, as the status effects usually are.
Right.
Music stops. We know it's about to get serious.
Oh, you didn't set up for the back attack, did you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just take one turn. Oh, the back attack's the second one. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I guess that means I will set up for it, then.
Ah. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. What's all this here?
Hello. It's me, your Duke.
I don't remember how ghasts fit in the grand sorting scheme of undead. So let's just have a fire row, which should do the job. I don't think Mylon is weak to fire. What does he cast? They're all going to use... Trying to go after Cecil. So fire 2. Hopefully they'll take care of all of the ghasts. Yes. Okay.
Excellent.
I believe Mylon just counters everything with lightning. With lightning one. Yep. She is actually. I might just have her attack and see if he's weak to holy.
Yeah, he counters, but he also does it.
Also doing it on his own, right? If it might use shell, that would help you even more, but
right.
We don't have that one yet. Let's see. It's hard to tell when it's somebody's turn if they're blinked. Okay, fire's not really worth it.
Yeah, if he wasn't dead, you could probably dump a Cure 2 on him.
Okay. So we'll just go straight up. Fire 2. I think I can spare one Fire 2 on him, and then use... Yeah, they'll have enough MP for the second phase. Interesting, he does use physical attacks. I don't think I've ever seen that before. With the Holy Arrows, the only one who isn't really contributing is Tella, so we just send him to keep the HP up. Very good time. Everybody's a little bit down except for him. Ooh, that wasn't much. See, but he was not actually weak to Holy then. So at that point, only Cecil and Paladin's turns really matter. Which, you know, is fine. I mean, they both do some pretty significant damage. Ooh, counter plus regular turn. Some RPGs will have it set up that a counterattack like that will actually will count against your following turn. And this one, of course, does not. The fire is strong. Let's see. We'll have... He's not actually undead for this fight, which is one of the wrinkles to it. Kind of makes sense, considering that, you know, he has not yet been killed. We'll have... We'll save his MP too, so we'll have him use a Cure Potion on Cecil. You shouldn't have a whole lot of HP left after the mass Fire 2, and then some hits. Yep, there we go. That's why I didn't want to go too overboard on overkill with MP. And here's the thing, you can totally walk right back and use another tent after this fight. But we will not be doing that. So let us quickly change rows. And we'll have, we'll reorient in the fight. Let's see. How are we doing on... I think that should be good. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not that so much that he is like an undead minion. It's that he is already aware he will become undead and just he embraces it. Yep, so now you have to fight a zombie form. Something tells me it was a little more poetic in the original Japanese.
Flat into the deep abyss.
Deep ravine. Yeah, abyss would have been cool. Right. Ravine, kind of. The gimmick here is that his physical attacks do a fair bit of damage and poison. Poison being a kind of nasty, but not too nasty, status effect.
I thought he said that that the monsters had nothing to fear from the Dark Sword, but he takes full damage from it.
Yeah. Yep, and it's the zombie type enemies, and you get why they do that. They don't want to make Cecil dead weight for the boss fight.
Right.
But this is the time when they needed to do that to show exactly what the limitations of the Dark Sword are.
Right.
So yeah, I think it would have made more sense for him to be an easier enemy, and then have Cecil be worthless against it.
Right.
Instead, he's one of the clutch party members.
Right.
But as it is,
not as clutch as Paladin, of course, but
right. Anyway, we're going to wait and see what he does next after this one. We'll probably about due to... How much damage are we looking at there? Yeah, that's not that bad. I think a mass cure 2 can't deal with. Let's see. Damage from poison. Yeah, poison, like I said, kind of bad, but not the end of the world. But gee, that's a lot of HP she's bringing back. So we've got enough MP for another couple Fire 2s, and we will definitely bust him out. Let's see, and he's going to be fine. It is possible to set up blinks here and minimize it even more, because he relies on physical. The thing is that he's vulnerable to fire so much that you just have Paladin with enough MP to rain a couple Fire 2s on him. It's not a challenge. Like that's it right there. Now, Cognazo is definitely a bigger threat. Also, we don't have a team full of mages to deal with them with. Actually, no, we do have a team full of mages.
Yeah.
It's after that we lose some mages, yeah. Oh, what? You beat me twice. Fair cop, governor.
Gerba!
Alright, have a nice trip. See you next fall. Oh, right.
I can't believe you did that.
We don't have Asuna, so... Is he? Yeah, he does. Okay. Yeah, we're about to go back to the... save point after we do this one. The important thing is to make sure that Cecil is at full health, which he is. Okay. Sun. And the whole lunar, very subdued theme here too is really cool. Yeah, music in these games is so good, and 4 is no exception.
Right.
Lawrence, I can't believe you did that, Ben. Really?
Yeah, true. I can.
Now, here's the big problem with playing the American version of this game, is that you've never seen Cecil use the Dark Wave move. You have no idea it even exists, let alone how its mechanics works. Its mechanics, like we explained earlier, is you sacrifice a portion of your HP to damage all enemies. Okay, so you know that going into this. Overcome your past self. So we have a mirror match. And I do like how, too, everybody steps up to want to help him out.
Right.
Even though... Isn't it great if you dealing with guilt is just beating up a apparition of it? So, okay, there are a lot of...
You might want to go into the item screen or something so you can stop whomping up on you.
No,
or at least replace your shield.
We actually want this. Yeah. Like I was starting to say is that the whole point of this fight is what you're supposed to do.
Well, yeah, what I was saying is that your shield should help you a little bit.
Oh, right, yeah. Like the equipping. Yeah, why not? It's actually a really good point. I didn't even think of that.
You were saying.
But yeah, the whole point is that you can actually fight him. You can kill him to death, and that will work. You'll need to heal yourself during it. And I healed myself, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, you can instead just wait for him to bleed himself out of HP by using the Dark Sword on you. And that's how you're supposed to win.
Huh.
Yep. But of course, you would have no idea that's even an option if you've only played the US version, because that move didn't exist. Yeah, so many questions to ask Moon Dad, and he is not there to answer.
Moon Dad.
Let that whole thing play out. All right, and that means, one moment while I switch to the other background.
Gasp!
I was ready. I was going all in on this one. The extra 5 minutes of effort. And as a side bonus, Moon Dad gave Tella back his memories.
Thanks, Moon Dad.
And in Leveler's Medio, but the biggest troll ever, he does not have the MP to cast it. I love how, right after that big, stirring orchestral number for Cecil getting his class change, it just plays that little theme for Medio.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you got the big key. Hey, you got the ultimate black magic spell.
Yeah. What's that? Something really important? We better get moving.
Come on, you whippersnappers. I got magic crackling at my fingertips. I need to go.
Something's going to get Firagad, and if we don't find some monsters, it's going to be you. Attila has no time for this nonsense. Moon Dad is pretty good, but not as good as Ninja Mom. Not even in the same ballpark as Ninja Mom. Moon Dad was a deadbeat dad. I really like how Porum kind of waited there for him too.
Right.
All right, so we have Paladin Cecil. Everybody got a full heal too. I forgot about that. So that means we're going to need to. So we need to be equipping him
with Paladin stuff.
And a Gaia robe, because we were poor. I can use rings too now. Yeah. All right.
I still love Paladin's expression though in his portrait.
Oh yeah. And a good time to save.